Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the LAHS Middle High School Gymnasium for the LAHS TV Game of the Week. Tonight, it's Sunset League basketball. LAHS Griffins taking on the Newport Harbor Sailors. I'm Larry Strother here with Mark Brosma. Mark, season-ending game for the Griffins, Sr Nite, and should be a good contest.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a great game. It's interesting that the last game of the Sunset League here is coming down, and the Griffins still have a chance to win that Sunset Crown for the 10th year in a row.
They do indeed. They, despite a very, very tough loss to Fountain Valley last Friday night, they came within a second of having that win. Then it went into double overtime when they lost. Fountain Valley lost on Tuesday night, and LaSalle won, took care of business against Huntington Beach. And now the Griffins, if they win tonight and Fountain Valley loses against Marina, Griffins are co-champs again.
Yeah, and 6 weeks ago, we were here. The Griffins were 1-2 in the Sunset League, wondering if they were going to make the postseason. And here we are. They've turned it around. Give all the credit to Coach Quartermarsh. Team's playing hard. They're playing above their expectations, I'd say, right now, and have a chance now to win that Sunset League. So we'll see how it shakes out.
As we said, it's Sr Nite. They're just waiting for Captain Johnny Busis there. You see him on your camera right there on the monitors. To finish cleaning the floor, and there's nifty new Jim Boney, I guess they call that little device. Have a number of seniors. I think they have 8 tonight that they're going to honor. They'll walk out, the parents with them.
And that's always a great night for the seniors. They put in a tremendous amount of hours into the program for 4 years, these kids. A lot of ups and a lot of downs, but a lot of good life lessons that they learn in the program. All of them are going to go on to be college students next year. So, give them a lot of credit for putting up 4 hard years inside the basketball program.
We see Griffin Booster President Nita Nafaretti Paget over there instructing the cheer song how to line up just properly.
Yeah.
Had a little experience doing that over the years.
Yeah, former Ram cheerleader back in, I don't know, what year would that have been? 1975, 1985?
We know the Rams were in Los Angeles, so figure from that.
Yeah, were they at the Coliseum or were they at Anaheim Stadium? We'll assume Anaheim Stadium. I don't think it went that far back.
And they're, as we go back there, we should get back to the presents. Take a look at the standings right now as we go into this contest. I think the Griffins are in second place with a 6-3 record. Fountain Valley is there 7-2. Fountain Valley 19-6 overall. I am really surprised they lost the other night to Edison, but good for the Griffins.
Yeah, so really what's going on tonight is the Griffins have a chance to go to 7-3. If Fountain Valley slips to Marina, and anything can happen, then the Griffins and Fountain Valley are in a dead heat for first place. They'll share the Sunset League title. And Edison looks like they would be all alone, likely in second place, or we'll call it third place since you have a tie for first. And those would be the 3 representatives most likely when the CIF pairings come out on Sunday.
Edison's got a very, very tough game tonight playing Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach, I'm surprised that they're only 4-5. They look really good when we saw them.
A lot of talent, always a lot of talent on the Huntington Beach team. Not always the high-achieving squad. They, haven't seen them play a couple of times. You almost have to conclude with that 4-5 Sunset League record that they have underachieved where their talent should have taken them.
But if the Griffins win tonight, that only helps them, even if they finish second place. It certainly helps them in the seeding for the CIF playoffs, and they may. And I never would have thought this when we talked about it 4 weeks ago. I never would have thought, even if they made the playoffs, that they would have a first-round home game. And they're in a very good position to do that at this point.
Yeah.
All right, if you over the sideline, looks like they're getting close to getting ready. Johnny Busis has gotten his act together with the Jim Boney. Photographers are coming over to the center court there. Our cameraman Paul Bauer and Dave Peters.
Honoring 6 seniors tonight.
Is it 6? You're counting? Oh, that's cheating. Okay. I asked Nita earlier. She said they had 8. And I don't have my roster in front of me, but I was really good. But they don't have any, even looking up on the scoreboard. Come on, they got to get this gym back together. They got to put the names up there.
Yeah, is this the first year of Los Alamitos High School?
Yeah.
There's no history here.
We only have sophomores and juniors here this year. No seniors playing. Why are we having a senior night? Going back to Sr Nite, you played here in '78. You remember your senior night?
Back in '78, do I remember? You know,
It's when dinosaurs roamed the earth, wasn't it?
I'm sure
But,
we did something. We certainly didn't go to the extent that they go to, that you'll see tonight, where they get escorted out onto the court by their parents. There's a nice presentation that they get to keep. The coaches are out there. That didn't happen in '78.
All right, we can see that our energetic courtside announcer, Scott Durzo, has started his spiel. So we're going to cut away. We're going to go to Scott Durzo for the Senior Night festivities.
Each of these seniors, Joey, Paul, Darren, Wes, James, and Nathan, along with their families, have given our program pride, success, and personal excellence. So let's begin with our first senior, number 15, shooting guard, Joey Castro. Joey is escorted to parents, Joe and Casey Sawyers. Joey's been in the program for 4 years. He has won the Coaches Award, the Team Captain, the Griffin Award, and the Most Inspirational. Joey plans on his whole life is just keeping it real. His best memories are the open gyms and every day on JV. Joey would like to give a shout out to Coach Durzo, Coach Schultz, Coach Amberry, Coach Kutzke, Nathan Berger, and Eddie Quartermarch for always believing in him. This is shooting guard senior Joey Castro. Our next player, number 55, center Paul Cadletts. Escorted tonight by mom and dad, Mike and Karen. Paul's played in the program for 3 years, 2 years on varsity, and has been chosen most inspirational and his second year as a team captain. Paul plans on becoming a mechanical engineer. His best memory is going to Florida. He thanks Coach Kutzke for supporting him through all of his seasons, but most of all, he thanks his parents for always believing in him. This is center Paul Cadletts. Our next player, number 35, guard Darren Kusumoto. Escorted tonight by mom and dad, Warren and Judy. Darren's played all 4 years in our program, 2 years on varsity. Darren has been a 3-time scholar athlete. Darren plans on becoming an engineer. He loved Florida. Most of all, he loved winning league all of his time at LAHS, and he thanks Coach Quartermarch, Coach K, and Coach Deshawn for all the support, but most of all, he supports his parents and family for everything they've done for him. This is guard Darren Kusumoto. Our next senior, number 10, point guard Wes Mitter. Wes is escorted tonight by his mom, Chico, and brother. Wes has played on varsity all 3 years since he's been at La Salle and plans on becoming a kinesiologist and a trainer. Wes just likes winning basketball games and remembers it's not the process, it's the product. Wes thanks Dr. Yamada and Dr. Wakamoto for all their support. This is point guard, senior Wes Mitter. Our next senior, number 12, guard James Noble. Escorted tonight by Father James Noble Sr. and the up-and-coming shooting guard, young Jamarian Woods. James has played 4 years at La Salle, 2 years on varsity, and was named the Defensive Player of the Year his freshman year. He loved going to Florida, plans on majoring in economics, and says, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. He thanks his father for everything, Coach Kutzke, Coach Kodemarch, Coach Durzo, Miss Williams, Coach Schultz, and Joey Castro for always being there for him. This is sensational senior number 12, guard James Noble. Our next senior, number 5, guard Nathan Wakamoto. Escorted tonight by mom and dad, Craig and Karen. Nathan has played all 4 years at all levels and his first year on varsity. His awards have been the Sharpshooter, Scholar Athlete, Defensive Player, Sunset League Champions. His future plans is majoring in business. He loved the trip to Florida. He says in 2 Corinthians 4:17, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." His biggest accomplishment has been playing all 4 levels at LAHS. Once again, he thanks all of his coaches, all of his teammates, past and present, that have made experiences that have changed his life. That is senior number 5, guard Nathan Wakamoto.
All right. There you have all the senior festivities.
Once again, I failed to
Nice
mention
and
joining Coach
smooth.
Marshall
Scott Durzo doing a good job. Good energy from the Durs man.
Yeah, good bios on each of the players. They've accomplished a lot, I tell you. Going through 4 years in any of these programs in athletics here at LaSalle is no small feat, and they need to be commended for all the time and effort that they put in and maintaining a high academic record as well.
All right, the Griffin basketball team is hoping to become the second LaSalle team today to get a share, or at least get a piece of the Sunset League Championship. Just got a text a little while ago. The girls' soccer team beat Newport Harbor 3-0, and they became the outright champions of the Sunset League.
There we go.
So can the Griffin boys basketball team win tonight and maybe get a little luck with Marina beating Fountain Valley? We'll find out when we come back with Los Alamitos versus Newport Harbor Sunset League basketball. We'll be back with the warm-ups. A little talk with Kerry Kutzke, the assistant coach, will be retiring. And then we'll have the basketball game right after that.
Basketball. Stand up, Kerry Kutzke.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh? I'll show her. Let's go, Joe. Nice.
Clean out your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
If I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, and shine it on your heart, so you could see the truth, that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good. If I could, I'd change the world. If I could, I'd change the world.
All right, welcome back to Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium, where the LATV Game of the Week, the Griffins are going to be taking on Newport Harbor. We're going to be broadcasting the game tonight. Got a special guest before. Normally we talk to Eddie Quartermark, but with us tonight, Kerry Kutzke, longtime fixture on the Los Alamitos bench. What, we're talking about 11 years, right, Kerry?
11 years, 9 league titles, 2 CIF championships, and it's been a great run.
And of course, you had your son go through the program last year, too?
Yeah, my favorite player all time, obviously, is my son, and it's a great thing for him to have gone through this program and to be able to coach him along the way was a fantastic thing.
think one of the best moments had to have been the year you stepped in as the head coach when Russ May left all of a sudden to go over to Cerritos College. Didn't have a coach on campus, and you stepped in and you took the team to the quarterfinals. That was a great season there.
That was a fantastic season, and you guys have known me long enough. I'm all about the team and I'm all about the program, so I didn't mind doing it, but I will tell you I like being the assistant very much.
So you've been here 11 seasons. Tell us about your favorite team during those 11 seasons.
Well, that's a tough question, but obviously the first team when Russ May asked me to help out, we tied for third, but we were really good, and we ended up going to the semifinals that first year that I coached with Russ. And then obviously the two championship teams with Landry Fields and Cameron Jones and Clint and all those guys, awesome. And then of course a few years ago to go through with my son and those kids that I coached when they were younger. It's been a great run.
Right. Okay, so everybody kind of has an idea about the time commitment that it takes to be a coach here at the high school. Talk to us about the hours that you guys put in to prepare these teams for the long, successful run that you guys have had.
It takes a lot of time. The head coach obviously takes more. Coach Quartermarsh does a fantastic job, as did Russ May when he was here. It's very time consuming. 10 hours of practice a week, plus game film, always working on new stuff, trying to get our personnel in the right spots and the right chemistry for the team. We spend a lot of time behind the scenes that people don't see.
I think we'd be remiss in saying that when you first became the coach, and Russ told me about it, I'm going like, well, this guy's only a chiropractor. What has he ever done? Then I got to look in the record books, and you were a great player up there in Downey, like at Warren High School.
Yeah, I played at Warren High School way back now, and played in the San Gabriel Valley League, which was a tough league. We were 3A at that time, and very proud to say that I played at Warren High School, and I was MVP of the league that year. And then to go on and play in college, and that's where I met Russ May. Was through our Cerritos College connection. I'm obviously older than him, but we go way back, and that's why he asked me to join him a few years back, and the rest is history.
Well, I remember playing against you one time in a pickup league on a Monday night over there at St. Hedwig's. We're all sitting down, and you're at the half-court line, and you're just bombing shot that way, bombing shot that way, bombing shot that way. Anyway, we got to let you get over to the bench right now. Kerry, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be right back in just a second with the starting lineup after this.
Waiting in line. To wait in another line. To get a government form is really old hat. But you don't have to wait in line, because now the government is officially online. FirstGov.gov brings the federal government to your computer. In an instant, you can print out the same Social Security form you're waiting in line for. You can also get a passport application, buy surplus government property, you name it. With FirstGov.gov, it's easy and secure to get tax forms or even apply for student aid. It's the official web portal of the federal government.
Pinky, we're out of here. Come on, Pinky, I'll buy you a steak.
FirstGov.gov. The waiting is over.
All right, we're back here at the gym after the interview. Let's go to courtside. Announcer Scott Jerzo with the introductions for Huntington Beach.
Number 14, Nick Sargent. Number 33, Zach Wade. Number 35, Kevin Rakestraw. And number 45, Brian Raj.
All right, we're getting ready for the Derek Hernandez show and a little special video effects.
Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out. Bring 'em
time. It's time. It's time. It's time for Lily's best.
And now let's meet the starting five. Your Los Alamitos Griffins. At guard, senior number 35, Darren Kusamoto. At guard, senior number 12, James Noble. And at forward, senior number 55, Paul Cadlitz. And at guard, senior number 5, Nathan Wakamoto. And at guard, senior number 15, Joey Castro. The head coach for the Griffins is Eddie Codemarsh. Coach Codemarsh is assisted by Kerry Krutsky, Deshaun Jones, Nathan Berger, Tim Jones. At this time, please join us in celebrating America with the singing of the national anthem, sung tonight by Junior Christian Furman.
So gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Nice job there by Christian Furman.
Yeah, outstanding junior here at Los Al, and a very good athlete his freshman year. I don't believe he's involved in sports, but he was a really good basketball player and volleyball player here his freshman year.
He was indeed. His brother Cameron also played here at the school for a while. All right, we are ready for some Sunset League basketball action, Mark.
Yeah, a big game for the Griffins. Hopefully a win here and a Marina upset of Fountain Valley over at Marina, and the Griffins will go home with a piece of the Sunset League title.
Griffins starting all-senior lineup. Joey Castro, James Noble, Nathan Wakamoto, Paul Cadlitz, and Darren Kusamoto. Yeah. The only senior not starting is Wes Mitter, who normally starts. Not surprisingly, Newport won that tip. 7'0" Kevin Rakestraw.
Yeah, for those watching at home, we got a real unique appearance here, and we have a 7-footer on the court. There aren't many 7-footers in the world, and we got one right here in Los Alamitos.
Paul Cadlitz did a good job against him last time. Screens him out right there. James Nobles with the rebound. Kusamoto brings the ball up the court over to Wakamoto. Wakamoto came in and got a couple key baskets the other day. Needed him for the outside shooting. Took him a while to warm up, but he started hitting a few good ones. Kusamoto comes around the screen. Newport Harbor going man-to-man. Noble splits the defense over Rakestraw. Rakestraw, though, pulls it down as the ball hung on the rim. Up ahead to number 14.
And the Griffins the Griffins are going to have their hands full with Rakestraw, the 7-footer. You know, he's 7 inches taller than Cadlitz, 6 inches taller than Cadlitz, long arms. It's going to be a challenge for the Griffins to try to control the boards.
So Newport is on the board first. Long outside shot there. Kusamoto over to Castro. Wakamoto from the free throw line. There he goes. Nathan Wakamoto gets the Griffins right back in it.
The sharpshooter, number 5, Nathan Wakamoto, nailing it.
Poked away by Kusamoto. He's done a really good job for Los Alamitos on the defensive end this year.
Yeah, he's a defensive specialist. He's responsible for a lot of the Griffin success during the Sunset League.
Comes in and gives a very intense play off the bench. Castro has the three-pointer, passes up on it. And Castro's a fan favorite here. He's got a lot of friends in the student body.
Calling a jump ball here, and that's going to should stay down there.
Possession arrow. It remains at Los Al basketball.
Well, other than the 7-footer Rakestraw, the other thing that stands out is the shorts for Newport Harbor. It's a throwback to 1985 or something. It looks like the shorts.
I think it's only on Rakestraw they look that short. Everybody else is...
well, I don't know. Look at 33.
Yeah, they're above the knee.
Look at 24.
Hey, you said 85. It wasn't that long ago. It was like about 91 they started going to that style.
I feel like I'm watching Magic Johnson out there. I mean, look at 24. And then compare that to the Griffin shorts. Every one of them hangs below the knees.
Yeah, but those are not compared to the old Lakers shorts, which came up by your hips.
Well, Newport never one to be behind in fashion.
No.
This may be the new look.
Nice move inside. That's number 12, Robbie Reddick. Newport roster didn't have numbers. I had to write them down quickly as I go there, so they're out of sequence. Not the easiest way to look them up quickly.
Going above and beyond the Call of Duty here.
That's right. All right, we're already not getting paid. We have to actually do some work. Come on. Wakamoto. Joey Castro with the ball, pulls it up, back to Wakamoto. 5:16 left in the first quarter. Newport Harbor ahead, 3-2. Bottom of the third inning. Castro. Joey Castro brings the fans to their feet early in the Griffins rooting section over here. James Noble overplays. Gonna take to the hoop, splits, but loses the handle.
Yasu Worku, Wes Mitter, Khalid Washington.
So Wes Mitter comes in, and two youngsters, freshman Yasu Worku and junior Khalid Washington. Washington's been a big key for the Griffin resurgence here in the second half of the Sunset League season.
Yeah, he is. He's a talented junior.
Gets some good airtime when he jumps, has a nice little touch on the baseline. Been doing very well, doing things like that. Driving, drawing the defense to him, and dishing off to people like Paul Cadlitz. Foul is on 35, Kevin Rakestraw. That's his first.
Paul supporting a brand new buzz cut.
Had to get a cut for the senior show.
Captain Paul Cadlitz at the line, shooting 2 shots.
Griffin girls soccer team making their way into the gym, having just arrived on the bus from Newport Harbor. As we said earlier, they won tonight 3-0 and captured the Sunset League championship.
Another women's soccer title.
First in a while. First since 2009.
They're always in the hunt.
finish their season 7-0-3. Robbie Reddick dribbling around. The Griffins knock the ball loose. Nobles with it, coming up the court, ahead to Mitter. Mitter's got the angle. Who will take it? Los Alamitos moves ahead, 9-3. Rakestraw can't control it, but he's fouled there by Khalid Washington.
Fouls called on Griffin number 1, Khalid Washington. Third team foul.
Rakestraw hits the first free throw for Newport Harbor. Makes them both. We are halfway through quarter number 1. Los Alamitos ahead, 9-5. The last regular season game. Wes Mitter way off, but influenced by the Newport Harbor foul.
Shooting 3.
Fouls called on Sailor number 12, Robbie Reddick.
Reddick gets the foul call. Mitter, a 3-year starter, a 3-year varsity member.
Wes Mitter in the line, shooting 2 shots.
Transfer from Mater Dei. Pure shooter.
3 shots.
He's one of the leading three-point shooters in Los Al history.
Yeah, he's their leader of the team. He's the senior.
Last year against Newport, unfortunately they lost, but he came out blazing in the first half. He had like about 7 or 8 three-pointers. And Los Al got ahead by such a big margin, they just kind of thought they had the game, and the Newport kind of clawed their way back. Zach Wade, nice pass from Wade over to Rakestraw, who's fouled.
Paul Cadlitz challenging him. What the heck? Why not see if you can block a slam by a 7-footer?
Make him earn those 2 points.
It's your senior season, looking for memories.
Rakestraw makes another one. Rakestraw's hit 4 straight free throws, excuse me. He is now the leading scorer on Newport. Seems how Nick Sargent had the only other basket, a 3-pointer.
The concern on Coach Quartermarsh tonight is that his team doesn't come ready to play.
And that's a concern for this Griffin team. They have to come ready to play. They don't. Well, as long as Clinton watching does stuff like that, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah. But they need to put Newport Harbor away and put them away early.
And keep them away. They thought they had them away last year, and somehow Newport Harbor snuck back into it. Ben Bachroth missed that shot. He's checking the game for Sargent. Washington, nope. Cadlitz fights for the rebound. Gets it, but then it goes down off his leg and will go over to Newport Harbor. 14-7 is our score.
Congratulations to the girls
2:40
soccer
left
team.
in the first
Winning
quarter.
Sunset Lady beating Newport Harbor 3-0. Captains Hannah Goldsmith, Rhea Young, Allie Emmons, and Phoebe Conrad. Congratulations to you and your team.
Rakestraw again. Robbie Reddick ran out there and Mitter forced him to change his shot. Yasu Worku steals the ball. Keeps it down the Los Al end. The freshman almost gets it. Doesn't roll. That's off. Cadlitz over to Mitter. Mitter, nice move. Ducks under. Off the backboard. Zach Wade up the court to Sargent. Sargent bombs away 3. No hesitation there. He liked that shot.
Nick Sargent for 3.
I said Sargent had come out earlier. It was Caleb O'Neal, I'm sorry.
32nd timeout called by the Griffins.
Won't be my last mistake tonight.
Nice three-point shooters there on the Newport Harbor squad. That's keeping them in the game.
We mentioned the soccer, some of you may notice that we had the coverage of the LaSalle game of the week, soccer yesterday. Had a lot of games in the week the last week. Probably had 7 broadcasts, but LaSalle beat, who did they beat the other day? Huntington Beach, and had a lot of injuries, but fortunately all the people are fine. Maureen Kennedy had to leave the game down on the field, and she just had broke her nose, but actually broke it, so it's fine where it is. They didn't have to set it, and had like 5 stitches. And the goalie, Sienna Ruelas, is fine too.
2 fundraisers for Griffin basketball Friday, May 3rd. Hold 'em, fold 'em, pick and roll 'em poker tournament at the Old Ranch Country Club. Friday, May 3rd, 6 p.m.
Khalid Washington to the hoop. Fights with rebound. Tries to keep it alive, but it doesn't
And
go.
tonight in the Snack Shack,
Goes out of bounds over to Newport Harbor. And referee Casey Brown with the call there.
And as we talk about all these Griffin Sunset League championships and whatnot that are wrapping up the season right now, those CIF pairings all get announced on Sunday. You'll be able to read them in the paper on Monday morning.
and pick up a sign-up.
Or you can look at them online.
Online.
CIFSS.org. They release them at the exact same time they release them to all the coaches in the press.
Yeah, and those matchups will happen next week.
And if the Griffins win tonight, very likely they will not have to hit the road for their first game, and won't have to play a wild card game.
Which means we will be here courtside.
Could be. Since it's a CIF game, there are some hoops we have to go through.
We probably won't be able to get through those hoops.
Appropriate enough that they're hoops in regarding the basketball.
First question, are you qualified?
That was the requirement. That would have been gone a long time ago. Okay. Made or misses the last second shot. Somehow, Newport Harbor has climbed back into this game. They're only down by 1 point, 17-16, Mark.
Once again, the Griffin
Excuse me, they're
basketball
behind,
team
17-16.
welcomes ball.
Like I said,
Brandon Ellis
the
to
concern that the
tonight's
Griffins have is a major letdown here. You can
Brandon
just kind of
Ellis,
feel it in the
tonight's
air that
honorary ball boy.
it's expected they're going to win. The assumption is they're going to win. Newport Harbor's not going to go away. They are not going to go away. They and the Griffins have got this little battle going on, and Newport's got a little bit of a history of being a thorn in the Griffins side.
Well, they've already had an upset win this year. I mean, they've obviously beat Marina twice, but will they beat Edison, right?
Yep. So they know how to play. When you got a 7-footer, you're going to be in every game.
And they have 2 guys who can shoot outside with some regularity. So.
All right, so we got some outside shooting and a 7-footer. I think it'll be a close game.
I don't think they have the bench that Los Alamitos does. Eddie Cordemarch has given a lot of his players a lot of playing time and wears down people a lot. That's what happens in some of the games.
Yep.
There you see the soccer team up there. Maddie Cole, Dre Milosevic, Gracie Cobb, who we saw a couple weeks ago win the Queen of Courts competition. Number 19, Nisla Munoz. Alyssa Pepper with her back to it. She scored a goal the other day. Yeah, Captain Hannah Goldsmith had the first goal today, I understand. Had a header like about 5 minutes into the game. I don't know who scored the other ones. The parents were just celebrating too much on the sidelines and quit texting me.
That's right.
I have a little traveling there against number 45, Brian Robbs, who has checked into the contest.
Yep.
Number 33, Zach Wade. 14, Nick Sargent, still staying in the game, as is Robbie Reddig. 25, Caleb O'Neal is back in, and Robbs has replaced Rakestraw at the post position. Matt Locker into the game for Los Alamitos. And there's Devin Paget. Back to Khalid Washington. That opened up pretty easy for him. When Rakestraw's not in there, take advantage of it. Sargent misses that one. He blocks Worku coming up. Worku sees it, kicks it back to James Noble. Noble dribbles in, doesn't get it. Rob with the rebound. Over to Robbie Redding. Knock loose. Worku comes up with it. Good job there by Padgett. Gets the return right back.
Devin Padgett.
Nice shot by Devin amongst the trees to drop that one in.
Didn't have much of an angle. He had to put that one up real high on the board.
Yeah.
Robbie Redding answers it with a very nice shot of his own, driving to the hoop.
The basket's good. The foul's called on Griffin, number 42, Matt Locker.
The enforcer, Matt Locker. We'll remember the hit he put on Fountain Valley when he entered the game last week.
Referees almost had to call helmet-to-helmet contact on that one there.
And he'll be dishing out a lot of punishment in the fall for the football team.
Worku back to Washington, gets away from him. Newport's Robbie Redding tries to control it, but he can't. Goes out of bounds. Going to go back to Los Alamitos. 20-20 is our score.
Got ourselves a barn burner here.
A barn burner?
Yeah.
Well, you've had a lot of coffee already.
Or something like that.
Referee Casey Brown coming over to consult with his partner, Rick Turner. Eddie Quartermarsh takes advantage of the short break to bring Paul Cadletts back into the contest. And Matt Locker goes out after a minute and 29 of action. Back to Padgett. Around to Washington. Came off the screen by Noble and converts it. Nice little play there.
Yeah, he cuts into the key. Devin feeds him, and Khalid can elevate.
Robbie Redding, floater to Rakestraw. That works for him.
That's going to work every time down. It's tough to stop a 7-footer. You got to pressure the passer.
Ball gets away from Washington, over to Padgett. Nope. Corralled by Nick Sargent. To Zach Wade. Wade pushes it up the floor. Sailor is looking to go ahead. For those of you who see the tars on the back of their uniforms, that's a nickname for a sailor going back to the old days when they used tar on the ships and to keep it watertight. And the sailors all had tar on their feet. Now you know more about sailing nicknames than you need to know. Sargent underneath the Redding. Blocked by Washington.
Nice.
Noble back to Worku. Worku's going to go across to Padgett. My guess, no, to Washington. Spin move. Inside. Going to have goaltending right there. Probably didn't need to do that. I don't think it was going to make it. But
yeah, it was going to be close there, but not necessary.
Why do you do it? Because I can.
The basket will count.
No complaints there from Newport coach Bob Toribio. Or Toribio. One of the two. I'm not sure.
I believe he entered the program here in the last year or two. They went through some, they had some issues down there.
And the coach quit like right at the start of the season, right before Sunset League season, I think, right?
There was some stuff going on down there.
Paul Cadletts.
And that's going to drive Coach Quartermarsh crazy as you see him in frustration.
A little extra hello.
Yeah, you know what? He needs the captain on the court. And when you got a 7-foot Rakestraw out there, you need a senior out there to kind of contest that. And that's not going to happen now the rest of the first half.
That's not the guy you want him to foul. Rakestraw. Back to Sargent. Over to Robbie Redding. Gone all the way so far. So is Sargent. Locker's going to get called for the foul. I think he would have gotten away with it, and then he moved his feet right there at the end.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good call. Good call. He didn't exactly have the. He didn't have the position. Off by just a foot.
His second personal foul. Zach Wade returns to the game for the Sailors.
Zach Wade comes back into the game after a minute or two's rest.
At the line, shooting 2 shots.
Robbie Reddick goes to the bench for the first time. Nick Sargent makes a free throw. Somebody besides Rakestraw shooting one now, huh? Got a chance to look at the foul here. There's moving his feet. And that's why Sargent got the free throws, which he converted. Mitter rushes the ball up the court. Kusamoto, little weave, back to Washington. 4:31 left in the first half. Los Alamitos, Newport Harbor tied here, 24-24. Washington with a flat shot from the foul line. It comes up short. Zach Wade pushing the ball up quickly. And there's a call you don't see that often these days, but Casey Brown calls Zach Wade for turning the ball over.
Griffin's just a tad bit flat tonight. Not seeing the energy level that we've seen the last few games here.
Maybe it's the fact that it's a Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Wes Mitter, a little out of control again there. Gets inside, but he doesn't get square to the basket, and the ball's just doesn't have a good flow with the shot. Wade, nice little move to the basket. Washington way up in the air.
Rakestraw got away with one there.
I think Rakestraw, Washington landed on Rakestraw's elbow or something when he came down, didn't he? He just went way over everybody.
Foul's called on Sailor number 33, Zach Wade.
Eddie Quartermarsh giving instructions. Probably not real pleased with the effort he's seeing so far. Ryan Cush checks into the game for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and he's gonna keep subbing, trying to find that right combination that brings a little something to the table out there. Right now, he's still experimenting.
Cush can get up and down the court really quickly. He's got the rangy physique. Kusamoto. Cush misses his first shot of the evening. To Wade. Good play.
Why not? If only we had a 7-footer to pass to back in our day.
And I wish my knees hadn't gotten that bad. I still like doing that. Nice move by Washington, but he lost possession. Newport ahead, 26-24.
Giving the Griffins everything that they can handle at this point, and more.
His second personal foul.
Burku back into the contest. Eddie Quartermarsh sits Wes Mitter down. I don't think he liked the last couple of shots that Wes has taken.
Yeah, a little off balance, a little acrobatic, and
I mean, yeah, as you're the senior, you got to make plays, but you got to make some smart plays too sometimes.
Yeah.
Of course, it's easy to say when you're on the sidelines. Not going up against Rakestraw in the middle there. Griffins do not have a great outside range tonight. Zach Wade picked up the pace a little bit here in the late second quarter. He's controlling the ball more than now that Reddick's out of the game. Sargent drives. Caleb O'Neill back to Wade. Wade splits the seam, goes to the hoop. Kusamoto's going to be called for the block.
Yeah, tough call, but Wade's a good player. He's shifty, he's quick, and obviously very strong.
That brought the Griffin fans to their feet. Maybe
that'll wake them up.
That was right in front of them. Even more in front of the referee at that point, though. Made the call. Zach Wade trying to extend Newport's lead to 3. Matches their biggest lead of the night. And here's that foul again. Kusamoto leaning that right shoulder over there. Didn't move it a lot, but looks like you're moving it more than you probably did. .27, make that 28-24 now. 2:10 left in the first half. Griffins find themselves down. Giving a lot of confidence to this Newport Harbor team. Ryan Cush from the baseline. I think Rakestraw affected that shot a little bit.
Ooh.
Ball went high, but he didn't dribble it again. That's perfectly legal. Cush almost had the steal there.
Brian Igboki into the game, replacing Ryan Cush.
Brian Igboki checks into the game. First time tonight. He had some good minutes against Fountain Valley last week, when they were in real foul trouble with both Locker and Paul Cadlitz. Another junior. Down low to Rakestraw. Kept it alive, but Newport Harbor pulls it down. Over to Sargent, who splits it. Somehow gets that shot off. Kusamoto moves up the court. Oh, how did he not get called for that? Robbie Reddick got his hand on the ball, gets up to Sargent. He can't deliver on it. Just
got a break there.
101, plays a little sloppy. Noble is fouled with the rebound.
And the Griffins are shooting a really low percentage from the field.
Foul's called on sailor number 14, Nick Sargent. Matt Locker, Devin Patchett into the game for the Griffins.
Igboki comes out, Matt Locker goes in. Griffins taking the ball out underneath. I guess is Eddie Quartermarch going offense for defense here on the substitutions. Devin Padgett checks back in, as does Locker. Goes on top to Khalid Washington. 35 seconds on the shot clock. Griffins got a new one. Washington.
Took a little hip check there. Drive into the lane.
Foul's going to be on Rakestraw. It's only his second foul, though.
Kevin Rakestraw, his second personal foul.
Derek Worthy going to see his first action tonight.
Washington at the line, 1-1.
They'll wait till after the first free throw. Grandmaster coming in for Washington, since it's a one-on-one situation. Washington ends a little mini Griffin drought right there. 46 seconds left in the first half. Right now, it is Newport Harbor 28, Los Alamitos 25. Washington trying to cut the lead to 2. He does. And he comes out of the contest. Derek Worthy checks in.
Checking in for the Griffins.
Griffins, full court press here. Shot clock down to 27, but Newport gets it over. There's Rob for 3. No good. Noble keeps it alive, but Sargent got it, puts it up. Excuse me, that's Caleb O'Neill.
Caleb O'Neill.
Padgett being guarded by 2. Somebody's got to be open. He finds Worthy baseline. Griffins can't hit that shot today. Only made a couple of them. Five seconds left as Wade into the corner. Robbie Reddick couldn't quite bury it, so Los Al fortunate only to be down by 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been 7 right there. That shot was in and out there at the buzzer.
Well, the Griffins are going to have to come up with some answers. Let's see if they can do it. When we come back, it's going to be second half action. Los Alamitos versus Newport Harbor. Sunset League basketball on the Los Al TV Game of the Week.
Worthington Lissack Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington Lissack Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
Lazy bones, loping through the day. You always seem to find the easy way. Moving like you rolled the grave. Never heard a word I say.
All over America, entire families are backsliding. We're no longer just sedentary, we're stationary, and that's bad news for your bones. At any age, bones need weight-bearing activity to grow strong and stay strong. So go outside, take the steps, play with the dog. Just get up, get out, get moving.
Never keep your bones that way. Never heard a word I say.
A public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
All right, we are back at the Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium, getting ready for the start of the second half of action. I want to take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. Before we do so, there's Randy Hill, First Team Real Estate, proud sponsor of Los Alamitos High School activities, and Kim Archer, also First Team. Dan Turan, CPA, Immortal Dan Turan, and Mark Cole's CI Solutions.
CI Solutions, card technology.
Doing a lot of cards doing for like the Greek Theater and the Dodgers and stuff. That's not a good start for second half action.
Now Griffin's down by 6 here. They've got to get themselves out of this funk and get the W.
Washington has the pass stolen. Zach Wade has been quite the spark for Newport Harbor.
Coach Cordemar's wondering what happened to that halftime speech.
Griffins find themselves down by 9, not at all where they thought or expected to be. Rakestraw being very effective inside. James Noble just short, goes off the bottom of the rim. Robbie Reddick to the hoop. Short, Cadlitz with the rebound. Rakestraw's got his hands on it. The ball is going to go back to Newport Harbor. No, they called Rakestraw. Could have gone that way. I mean, he reached in at first, but he got his hands on the ball after that cleanly, but maybe he got him first.
Third foul, and they're going to pull him out. Key to the game for the Seamen.
6:52 remaining. I didn't throw that number out. It's 6:52 remaining in the third quarter. Just a, you know, a benchmark to remember, basically, for. I can't think what I'm saying here. It's too long of a day, Mark. I don't know. It's a key moment. That's what I was trying to think of.
You lost your train of thought.
It was a key moment there. Griffins need a few key moments, though, right now, if they're going to come back and win this game. Sargent up the court. Kicks it over to Robbie Reddick. Reddick back to Zach Wade. Going to try and break down Noble. Washington snatches the rebound. Moves up the court quickly. Over to Mitter. Newport wants the foul call against Mitter. Washington. A lot of pressure as he tried to take to the hoop, but no action there for Los Alamitos. 5:56. They're down still. 9 points. Game's kind of sloppy. And Newport's getting most of the loose balls. Caleb O'Neal. Fouled by Khalid Washington. Frustration is showing in the Griffins' eyes right now.
I'm surprised Coach Cordemarsh is not calling a timeout to regroup, and here we have it. Reading my mind.
Last couple times down the court, they did not look smooth, and they were frustrated when things didn't fall.
Yeah, it's just, we talked about it earlier. It's the Griffins seem a little bit flat tonight.
Pick and roll on Friday, May 3rd at the Old Ranch Country Club. And at the end of summer, September 22nd, the best b-ball golf tournament at Skylinks. Sign-up sheets are at the snack.
What do you think he's telling them? Trying to read lips over here, I couldn't. Let's just make up something, whatever it is.
To Larry Strother and Mark Brosma for making the calls tonight on Channel 3 LA TV.
All right, Scott Durzo giving us a little tip of the hat there.
Badly needed ego boost.
That's right. He obviously hadn't listened to the broadcast tonight, or he wouldn't be doing that. Caleb O'Neill, the left-hander, puts that one in. 10-point lead. Griffins may find themselves down by 11 here, the way it's going. They do. Newport just out hustling them tonight.
Yeah, and pulling away here.
And the Griffins, with Rakestraw out of the game, this has got to be the time they make the move.
No noisemakers.
Devin Padgett has checked back into the game. Maybe try and provide a spark for Los Alamitos. Mitter for three. No good. Nick Sargent with the rebound. Back to Robbie Redding. 5:21 left in the third quarter. Newport Harbor up by 11, 37-26.
Coach C looking to Coach K for some advice, guidance. Disappointed in the performance.
Robb from outside, no good. Washington runs down the rebound. Takes it to the hoop. I think he's just trying to do a little too much himself right now, but he's frustrated because nothing's falling for the rest of the team.
Sailor number 24, Caleb O'Neill, his third personal foul.
But he draws the foul there.
Caleb Washington at the line, shooting 2 shots.
Griffins desperately want to win this game for a number of reasons. To keep alive their chance at a share of the Sunset League Championship, but also chance at second place if they lose.
Yeah, it goes into a weird situation, a tie for second. Yeah, and keep in mind, this affects your seeding in the CIF. So if they drop this one, lower their seeding, they might very well get a number one, a highly ranked team on the road.
Get a good play right there. Possession arrow will stay here, but that's okay. They didn't give the ball up when they had it. Fell asleep there on the inbound play. Giving signals. They got lucky. Mitter slipped. Is he going to be called for walking? Griffin's got a break there. I think Mitter's foot kind of slipped.
Yeah, there was a little, little 6-inch slide underneath.
But he's going to go to the free throw line.
And he's money at the line.
2 shots.
And normally when you say things like that, they miss the next free throw. But Mitter makes that one.
Not when you're Wes Mitter. Oh, well. Even if you're Wes Mitter.
Even if you're Wes Mitter. Hey, if Steve Nash can miss last week 2 in a row.
Well, that's the Lakers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the Lakers.
Yeah, they're pros.
When he was with the Suns, he didn't miss those.
Mitter for 3. This would be big if he gets it. No good. That would have been a big basket that could have converted. Wade, shake and bake. What, are we going to have a foul call there against Mitter, I guess? Yes, we are. Darren Kutsumoto getting ready to check into the game for Padgett. Eddie Cordomar still just trying to find a combination that works together tonight.
He's rolling them in, rolling them out. Everybody has seen action except Tyler Huesca
Nice block
And,
there by Khalid Washington.
I don't even see Sean Powelson on the bench. Maybe he's ill.
Good point. Sargent. He's missed the last couple. Reddick with the foul. That's going to be the 4th foul on Newport Harbor. The Griffins may find themselves in a 1-on-1 bonus situation in this quarter. That's only 4 right now, but 3 more. Will that play a factor? It remains to be seen. But Los Al has got the stops. Now they got to convert something here. Take advantage of it. Washington to Mitter.
They need Wes Mitter to get on track here.
Washington doesn't want to take his shots. Inside to Cadlitz. Can't get the roll. Caleb O'Neal with the rebound. Griffins have not gotten any easy baskets tonight. Mitter with another rebound. Griffins have to convert something here. That's not the way to make it happen. Not for lack of effort right now. They're certainly trying hard.
Yeah, the shots just aren't dropping. Getting decent looks.
We're going to have a block there. Brian Robbs wondering what's he have to do to get a call.
House called on Sailor, number 45, Brian. His second personal foul. Khalid Washington.
That is the 5th team foul. Washington's going to shoot 2 right now anyway. 8-point lead for Newport Harbor. Another miss. Free throws didn't help them last week against Fountain Valley in their loss. They missed 3 of their last 4. And all this time, they have a 10-second violation right there. Seems like everybody in the court was aware of it, or the coach called timeout.
Bring the action. 30-second timeout called by the Sailors.
So Bob Torbillo gets the timeout call. They're going to inbound the ball. They're going to have to get in very quickly at court. There's the JV Song team. Varsity team just got back from Florida where they took 3rd in the national championships at one of the
3rd
major national competitions back there, the USA Championships, United Song Association or something like that. Good movement there by Newport Harbor. A few skip passes across the court. Watching the air. Robbs for 3. He's short. They've gotten cold.
Yeah, that's not the guy they want shooting that shot.
And that's the guy you want for Los Alamitos, though. So the Griffins now only down by 6 points, 37-31. 2:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Nick Sargent from way outside.
Holy moly.
He banks it in.
Man.
Nick Sargent.
That's at least his 3rd 3 of the quarter.
And for Coach Turbio, he's had the luxury of keeping his 7-footer on the bench with 3 fouls for most of the 3rd period here. He'll get him in as soon as it gets close for the beginning of the 4th.
Noble got another block, so that's going to be the 6th team foul. And Noble's going to go to the free throw line, which has not been friendly to the Griffins tonight.
James Noble at the line, shooting 2 shots.
Senior night. Griffin seniors do not want to end their regular season careers here at Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium. For the loss. Noble makes a free throw. Cuts the lead to 8. Griffins now 2 of their last 5 free throws. Noble's gonna get called. Robbie Rettig hurts his hand on that one. Trainer John Hansen rushing off to help out. Comes into the picture there.
Doesn't appear to be great. Holding it. Wrist issue.
John Hansen, the longtime trainer here at Los Alamitos.
Does a great job.
Teaches a sports medicine class for 3 or 4 periods a day. Also teaches at Cypress for a couple early morning periods. The trainer on the football team. All the Griffin sports.
Yeah, he's the man on campus for all home games.
So Rettig walks back to the bench. Holding his wrist. Being attended to by, we're assuming, a Newport
local
Harbor doctor. Somebody who seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It looks good on camera.
Yeah.
Zach Wade shooting the free throws. Extends the lead back up to 9 points. Back up to 10 points. 42-32. Newport Harbor over Los Alamitos. 2:06 left in the third quarter. The Minter to Washington. Noble baseline for 3, no good. Igboke couldn't get the rebound. Darren Kusamoto gets the foul call.
Foul's called on Griffin, number 35, Darren Kusamoto. His second personal.
And again,
Fourth
no need to
team
bring in
foul.
the 7-footer. 10-point lead, no reason to bring him in and get his 4th.
Not at this point.
No.
I doubt we'll see him again until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I would imagine he will be first off the bench to start the 4th.
New 35-second clock here for the Sailors. Zach Wade kept it alive. Rob couldn't convert. Washington gets the rebound. Over to Minter. Minter for 3. Yes. That gets the Griffins on track. Rob taking Igboke to the hoop. No good. Minter pushes the ball up the court. Gets away with a walk. Another 3. And the Griffins are right back in this contest.
Yes, Minter.
101.
That's all it takes is a few threes, and you are right there.
Chase Davis. Nick Sargent spins, trying to go over Minter. Air ball. Washington back to Minter.
3 in a row.
From the corner. No good. Igboke can't get the rebound. Rob does it, and Wade is bringing it up the court. Will they shoot for 1? It looks like they're going for 1 shot here. As the shot clock is off, we're down to 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Kusamoto almost. Yes. Wade lost the dribble for a second. Kusamoto hit it down against his leg, and it goes out of bounds. Going to go over to Los Alamitos. And they're going to let Washington take it to the hoop and either take the shot or dish. It's been working pretty well for him at times.
Okay.
Yeah, that time Washington had his mind made up to pass the middle way too soon. And Newport Harbor knew it, knocked it away.
Played to a draw there in the third quarter.
The poker tournament Friday.
Griffins find themselves fortunate to be down by only 4 points.
So. Hey, a minute left. They were down by 10, I believe, and then a couple of threes, and there you have it.
Also, fundraising, the best people in golf tournament.
As we've said before, Griffins trying to stay alive in the Sunset League race.
Are at the snack shack.
It would take a miracle for Marina to come back and beat Fountain Valley. Marina's in last place in the league with a...
Be nice if we could get an update on what's going on out there.
I guess on one of these smartphones, if I was smart enough to figure out how to do it while I'm talking, we could probably do that. But. Griffin's gonna go Gangnam Style right now.
They're gonna need to do something here in the fourth quarter. That'll get them going, though.
Kevin Rakestraw checking back into it for Newport Harbor as they head into the final quarter of Sunset League regular season action. Played Washington baseline to Noble at the elbow. Nice play there. Good ball movement.
James Noble.
Good spin by Sargent to Rakestraw. Callets with the foul.
That's Griffin 55, Paul Callets, his third personal foul.
Callets got to use his feet a lot more than his arms in that situation. Rakestraw has been money at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah. And he's well rested.
But he too has 3 fouls. Griffins all standing around, not quite sure what they want to do here. Khalid Washington one-on-one against Zach Wade.
He's been off a little bit tonight, Khalid. Just hasn't been finishing.
Noble helped keep that ball alive there, and then it was tracked down by Callets. Back to Wes Minter, 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Callets rolled inside, Minter from outside. Minter's finding the range.
Yeah, he's heating up at the right time.
44-43, Griffin's down by only 1 point here. Now will the Griffin student section come into play here? Eddie Quartermarsh can't believe there's a call there, but Rick Turner says there is.
35, Derek Kusamoto, his third personal foul, 6th team foul.
Tarab is tied up by Kusamoto. We're going to have a jump ball, and this one goes back to Newport Harbor again. Seems like Newport Harbor has gotten every single possession arrow. Has that thing ever changed all night? There, it did right there, okay. Ooh, ball's knocked loose. Robbie Reddick puts it up.
Cow.
Reddick over the back, Rakestraw over the back of Paul Callett there, and that is going to be his 4th foul.
Yeah.
Lost ball on sailor number 35, Kevin Rakestraw, his 4th personal foul.
And a duel, which coach is having more anguish over a center getting fouls that they shouldn't get? But they're hustling after the ball. I mean,
that's a tough decision to pull your 7-footer out in a game that you might be able to win, and basically a dead heat going on here.
Yeah, I always figured if You save them and you only get 3 minutes out of them. Isn't it better to play them and get 4 minutes out of them?
Right, and altering shots. And bottom line is you need them on the court to win the game.
Sargent with a ill-advised pass across the court, goes off of Caleb O'Neal. Is Newport Harbor going to be losing their composure right now? Looks like a little bit like that.
Yeah, well, the momentum has definitely shifted.
Callets underneath. Nice pass from Mitter. Mitter's been the spark so far here on Senior Day appropriately.
Coach Trubio is going to need to get Rakestraw in the game.
Griffins are back ahead after a long bout of being behind. Ball's not falling for them now. 5:46 left in this contest. And Washington not looking for a shot. That's 2 in a row. I guess he's just got no confidence. But Mitter does.
Single-handedly putting them back into the game.
They were down by 10 points with a minute to go before the end of the third quarter. Mitter hit those 2 threes. Hit 2 more. Foul going to be called for Washington. 5:06 left.
Washington, his 3rd personal foul.
Coach Toribio over there listening to you, Mark. Putting Rakestraw back in.
Yeah, you can't have the 7-footer sitting down as you go behind.
He definitely affects the flow of the game.
If he fouls out, he fouls out, but he doesn't help you on the bench.
Newport Harbor been making their free throws tonight. There's another one, Nick Sargent. Hits them both. Toribio wants a short timeout. Organize his defense.
32nd timeout called by the Sailors.
5:06 left in our contest. So what do you think Eddie Quartermarch is saying to his team right now, Mark?
Keep the energy level up, play good, hard defense. You got them. Do not let up, guys. This is Sunset League championship night. And I would work that championship ring as hard as I could. Whether Fountain Valley loses or not, who knows?
We're at the 5-minute mark now. The Mitter wanted to shoot, but couldn't quite get the handle on the ball. Newport Harbor in their zone. Kind of coincided when LaSalle started making their run. They did to protect Rakestraw. From the corner, guess who?
It's just amazing that he's wide open now for, what, 4 threes here in about the last 6 minutes?
Brian Robb answers with one of his own.
Yeah.
That's his 3rd tonight.
I mean, if you're Newport Harbor, you got to get somebody on Mitter, and you got to get 2 people on him. He's single-handedly beating you.
They're in that zone, and what they do is they're flooding the zone.
And Mitter is a threat all over the court.
Certainly has been the last 5 minutes. The Callets from the elbow. Washington keeps it alive. Washington fights a rebound, can't get it. Robb over to Zach Wade. Zach Wade up the court, goes to the hoop, looks for a Rakestraw. Washington gets his hand on the ball. The Newport bench wanted a foul there. Refs didn't see it that way. Griffins have the ball. Washington in control. 25 seconds on the shot clock. 3:25 left in the game. Griffins with a 1-point lead, 50-49. Rakestraw tries to draw the foul. All it does is draw a ball out of bounds call over to the Griffins from Rick Turner. Turner is consulting with Casey Brown.
And if we could see that on replay, I think they might have got it right.
Eddie Quartermarsh wondering more about the process than he was about the call, I think.
Well, they made the call, they conferred, they changed their mind. Isn't that what reasonable people do?
We're talking sports, we're not talking reasonable people. Zach Wade trying to go against Kusamoto. That's a tough shot. Kusamoto had pretty good defense right there.
Yeah, that Wade, man, he plays hard, he penetrates, he drives the hole.
Inside of 3 minutes now, 51-50. Newport Harbor is ahead. 2-3 zone.
Oh boy.
Nice move, Paul Catlett there. Rakestraw looked like he was going to try and play for the pass to Washington. Catlett, nice little spin, puts the Griffins back up, 52-51.
Four fouls. Rakestraw not interested in contesting that, rightfully so.
Eddie Quartermarsh very animatedly saying, come on, come on. He slapped it off his knee.
The referee's got to get control of this. We got coaches crossing midcourt.
52-51, 23 seconds on the shot clock. 2:20 left in the game. Sargent. Ooh. Rakestraw missed the short jumper over to Noble. Back to Kusamoto. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Griffins ahead by 1 point.
A full timeout called by the Griffins.
2:06 left. Song and cheer team now is out on the court. We've got the music going. We've got the fans all standing on their feet over here in the Griffin student section. We've got Eddie Quartermarsh and the Griffin coaching staff trying to pull out all the stops in this one.
It's anybody's ball game.
All right, so we've got barn burner. We got anybody's ball game. What else can we pull out of here?
Flip a coin. You make the call.
Who wants it more than the other team?
Who wants it more?
Whoever wants it most. But it comes down, it's going to come down to execution. There's a reason all those cliches are cliches, because they're true.
Right.
Nick Sargent, a little extracurricular bumping on Wes Mitter. Kusamoto skips it across to Cadlitz, to Mitter. 23 seconds on the shot clock. We are just now approaching the 2-minute mark. Mitter for three. No good. Cadlitz has the rebound, pulls it away. Back to Noble. Griffin's going to run some clock down.
Get another shot off. Nope.
To Washington. 1:48 left. Back to Kusamoto. Kusamoto makes it, but he's going to be called for the charge. I think he tried to draw the contact there.
Good call. Good call. Rakestraw had the lane. And quite honestly, the referees know that Rakestraw's got four, and I don't think they're going to foul him out on something like that.
1:35 left in the contest. 1 point game. Griffins with the advantage right now. 52-51. Kevin Rakestraw has 4 fouls. Robbie Reddick back in the contest. He hurt his wrist earlier. Had to leave the game. Washington wins that battle. Nick Sargent kind of out of control on that drive there. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Over to Mitter. Even just a regular 2 point basket would be nice for Los Alamitos. James Noble.
2-pointer. They'll take that.
Goes to the hoop inside to Cavlitz. Cavlitz, yes. Nice pass from James Noble there. Rakestraw went over to contest Noble, and he bounced past it to Cavlitz. He puts it away. Zach Wade trying a little too hard there.
Now if the Griffins take care of the ball, that should do it. And make their free throws.
And they got to make their free throws because there's going to be about 4 more possessions in this game.
Griffin coaches all talking over the final 36 seconds. Nathan Berger. Kerry Kutzke.
Wes Minter misses. He's missed 3 in a row. That's the key one right there.
That's not what they had in mind.
Newport Harbor still down by 3 points though. Inside to Rob. Blocked. Rick Turner with the foul. Cavlitz can't believe it.
Foul's called on the Griffin, number 55, Paul Cavlitz. His 4th team
It's only his 4th foul though.
Brian Robbs at the line, shooting 2 shots.
2-shot foul for Robbs. He makes his free throw. This game will be over if the Griffins could hit their free throws.
Devin Paget into the
Of course,
game.
we say that every year.
It's Quartermarsh bringing in guys that take care of the ball and minimize turnovers. And try to get the ball to Devin Paget.
Quick foul against Washington. Or do the Griffins call a timeout?
Yeah, and they're going to play that offense-defense now.
Chance here for Washington to give the Griffins a 2-possession lead, which will be big.
At the line, shooting 1-1. Derek Kusumoto back into the game.
54-52, Los Alamitos leads right now. Makes another free throw. Sargent with the rebound. Using up time.
To win it.
Back for 3. Yes. 8 seconds left. Eddie Quartermarch wants a timeout. He called it with about 8.2 seconds left. I don't know if the refs are going to put any time back on the clock. I happened to look right when he was making his motion.
And the Griffins are going to have plenty of time. They're going to add some time to this, whether it's 8, 9, 10, whatever. They got plenty of time to drop in a bucket and win this thing.
Problem for them is they're going to go to the hoop. Why did I say that? Newport Harbor fouls them. They haven't been making their free throws.
Yeah.
And this, like I said before, this game is over a minute and a half ago if they make their free throws.
Yeah, and surprisingly, Wes Minter missed it. What did he miss, 3?
He's missed 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Khalid Watson's missed 3 or 4.
Yeah.
A lot of that's just the pressure of the situation sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
You make them in practice. Your legs are a little tighter. They're a little more tired at this point of the game. Interesting play there, though, was Rakestraw had a lane to the basket. He turned around, kicked it back to Robbs, and Robbs hit the 3. That's about his 4th of the game, I believe.
Newport calling a timeout after they see what the Griffin alignment looks like.
1 point lead for Newport Harbor with 8.0 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to get the ball up the court. Make a pass or 2.
Griffin team bench thanks team manager Cameron Shore.
Gary Kutzke being very vocal over there. Newport Harbor leaving Rakestraw back, playing center field.
Nathan Wakamoto in, the sharpshooter.
Break there for Los Alamitos.
I think so. But, Sr Nite, home court advantage.
Wes Mitter brings the ball up the court. 5 seconds left. Reddick using the clock. Mitter can't believe he wasn't fouled. He made the pass to Worku, who I didn't think was ready for it. Thought it was going to be a shot. Goes out of bounds. And Newport Harbor has come in and upset Los Alamitos. 55-54. Tough loss for Los Alamitos here at home.
Yeah, so now they probably finish in a tie for second place, and we'll see on Sunday where that puts them as far as postseason. Good news on it all. Hey, second place ain't all that bad. Fountain Valley pretty well had it sewn up anyway, and they're going to CIF again.
Yeah, not a bad season considering where they were a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but they're going to wait and see if they have a home game.
Yeah, that might be a little tricky to get a home game out of this one. That's the downside to tonight's contest.
When you've lost 2 of your last 3. Well, that's going to conclude our regular season broadcasts for the season. We'll find out if the Griffins host a game, and we'll do another one. But if we don't, Mark, it's been a pleasure working with you again.
Once again.
Always have a good time. Want to thank our crew, director, producer Kirk Stevens, his handyman in the truck, Andy Padavicini, our cameraman Tom Adams, Scott Arnold, and Paul Bauer. Other people throughout the season. Want to thank them all. Did a great job here. And so anyway, we will find out what's happening on Sunday if the Griffins go to the playoffs. They at least have probably a tie for second place in league play.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be bringing another telecast to everybody next week. And at that point, the energy will be sky high. That's CIF time, baby. That's what you play for.
You're right indeed. Right you are, Mark. Anyway, that's it for us. I'm Larry Strother here with Mark Brosa. Thanks for joining us on the Los Al TV Game of the Week, where Newport Harbor has just defeated Los Alamitos 55-54.
All right. Good evening. We're going to be opening a regular meeting for Monday, December 5th at 6:30. Could we please have a roll call?
Councilmember Graham Mejia. Here. Councilmember Kusamoto.
Here.